So, I want to talk about friendship today because recently, I have a friend, a very good friend. Won't mention his name, of course, but pretty much, this friend of mine, he's very extroverted. He's very full of energy all the time. He's very much a people person, and I'm very much the opposite of that. I'm very quiet and very reserved, and I'm not very outgoing at all. So we get along very well because we do actually have some things in common. Like, we both love music. We're both from New Zealand. We're both Māori, although he's Māori and Italian. Whereas I do not, I believe, I don't have any Italian in me that I know of. Yeah. So, my friend, he wants to essentially go out in a week's time in the city at night, and he pretty much just wants to do a lot of club hopping and bar hopping, and he wants to have a good time out on the town at night, and he wants me to come. And you know me, I understand how that can be fun for him because it's the kind of thing that he thrives on. You know, he thrives on being in bustling, kind of busy places. He likes to be around people, and he likes to be around activity, but I don't like it. I don't like that at all. Actually, you know what? These headphones are annoying me. Yes, I don't like it. And I haven't really told him that, although I would have thought he would just figure it out for himself. Because when you meet me, it's just so obvious that I'm not a very outgoing person, or I'm not, a party kind of person. But I guess he just hasn't really picked up on it. And I'm having trouble with being able to tell him that I don't really want to do this whole going out thing. So that's what I wanted to focus on in terms of saying, when you have friends, or when you have good friends, but they're very different to you, and they kind of ask you to do certain things that you just know you're not really capable of. Because I know I'm not capable of going out next week. It's just not something that I would have the energy for, and I think it would actually be a big problem if I do end up going. Because, bars and clubs, essentially, they're very crowded, or they're very popular. Got a lot of, they're very loud, a lot of flashing lights. And, that's just not the right place for an autistic person to be, pretty much. It's not the right place for me to go to. And it's about more than just not liking it. It's about the fact that I have my sensory issues, or sensory overload. And, most people who know something about autism, or more than something, who know quite a lot, whether they're autistic or not, maybe they have an autistic friend or relative or work colleague, or something like that. They know that there are just certain places that you cannot really expect an autistic person to go to. And there are certain things that they cannot do, like everyone else. And that's because of these difficulties that we have with processing information. So when you have, what am I trying to say? When you make friends, it's not always going to be easy to tell them that you're even autistic from the start, and I know a lot of autistic people don't. I've kept it from my own friends. But you don't necessarily need to tell them that you're autistic. You just need to tell them that, you don't feel comfortable going somewhere, and you don't feel comfortable being in a certain environment for all these different reasons. And you need to find the right way to explain that to your friend, or to tell your friend about this. And if they're a good friend, they'll understand. And try and come up with a compromise. So try and find something that you can both do and that you'll both enjoy. Something that won't cause you to have a meltdown. Something that won't burn out your energy, and just something that is healthy for you and won't backfire later. So yeah, just make sure your friends are the kind of friends who understand. And if they are, then hold on to them, don't let them go, because it's hard to find people like that. It's hard to find people who are not only understanding, but who will also accept all of the just someone who will understand that being autistic, it can have an effect on your relationships and your friendships, and the people in your life need to know that, and hopefully they'll be alright with that. So yeah. Bye.